Good evening. This is All India Radio. I am Valsa Williams with the news at 9. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurates and lays foundation stone for projects worth over 2,200 crore rupees in Karnataka. President Draupadi Murmu lays emphasis on wide publicity of the country's art, traditions and culture through new technology, addresses Rashtriya Sanskriti Mahotsav in Bikaner. In Nagaland, over 83% and in Meghalaya, nearly 75% polling reported till last reports came in. CBSE alerts public over rumours and fake information about ongoing examinations of Class 10th and 12th. Centre ensures complete saturation of welfare schemes to reach final eligible beneficiary, says Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman at Budget Outreach Programme in Gangtok. India's blue economy to be the next GDP multiplier to preserve health of marine and coastal ecosystems, says Comptroller General of India Girish Chandra Murmu. Prime Minister Narendra Modi released the 13th installment of over 16,000 crore rupees under Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Yojana to benefit 8 crore farmers across the country from Belagavi in Karnataka today. He also dedicated the modernized Belagavi railway station and railway doubling line. The Prime Minister inaugurated and laid the foundation stone for projects worth over 2,240 crore rupees in Belagavi today.
आज बेलगावी से पूरे हिंदुस्तान को भी भेंट सौगात मिली है। हिंदुस्तान के हर किसानों को आज कर्नाटका से जोड़ा है, बेलगावी से जोड़ा है। आज यहां से पीएम किसान सम्मान निधि की एक और किस्त भेजी गई है। सिर्फ एक ही बटन दबाकर, एक ही क्लिक पर देश के करोड़ों किसानों के बैंक खाते में 16,000 करोड़ रुपए पहुंचे हैं.
Speaking on the occasion, the Prime Minister said the double-engine government in the centre and in the state have ensured that the government programs and policies are implemented quickly. He gave the example of the Jal Jeevan mission that guarantees tap water supply to households. Mr. Modi said the tap water supply coverage in rural Karnataka has increased from 25% to 40%. The union budget allocation for agriculture has increased from 25,000 crore rupees in 2014 to 1,25,000 crore rupees now.
बेलगावी की इसी भूमिका ने डबल इंजन सरकार इस दशक में और सशक्त करना चाहती है. आज जिन प्रोजेक्ट का लोकार्पण और शिलान्यास किया गया है, उनसे बेलगावी के विकास में नई गति आएगी. सैकड़ों करोड़ रुपए के प्रोजेक्ट कनेक्टिविटी से जुड़े हैं, पानी की व्यवस्था से जुड़े हुए हैं. आप सभी को इन सारी विकास की योजनाओं के लिए मैं बहुत बहुत बधाई देता हूं.
Emphasizing that the government is dedicated to the welfare of small farmers, the Prime Minister said a number of steps are being taken to cut down input costs by encouraging natural farming and cutting down the use of chemical fertilizers and pesticides. President Draupadi Murmu has laid emphasis on wide publicity of the country's art, traditions and culture through new technology. Ms. Murmu was addressing the inauguration function of Rashtriya Sanskriti Mahotsav in Bikaner this evening. She said it is necessary to match technology with traditions and science with art. Technology is also being adopted in the field of art and culture. She added, through the internet, the talent of new and young artists is also spreading in every corner of the country. The President said our culture has been of high quality since ancient times and we should be proud of our rich and prosperous traditions. Ms. Murmu opined that new ideas should also be given a place in the traditions which can connect the youth and future generations with them. She said it is very important that the youth and children also understand the importance of the precious heritage of the country.
राष्ट्रीय संस्कृति महोत्सव जैसे कार्यक्रम देश की कला और संस्कृति को तो बढ़ावा देते ही है, साथ ही साथ राष्ट्रीय एकता की भावना को भी और मजबूत बनाते हैं. इस तरह के सांस्कृतिक आयोजनों से हमारा देशवासियों को हमारी संपन्न तथा समृद्ध संस्कृति और विभिन्न क्षेत्रों की विशेषताओं को जानने और समझने का अवसर भी मिलता है.
Ms. Murmu said that the life of artists should be an example of penance. She said the young generation can learn a lot from the artists. More and more programs should be organized for dialogue between youth and experienced artists. The President said there is no dearth of artists and art in the villages, but it is the need of the hour to find the artistic talents of the villages. Governor Kalraj Mishra and Minister of State for Culture Arjun Ram Meghwal also addressed the program. In Nagaland, the polling, though peaceful in general, was marred by stray incidents reported in some districts of the state. As per the initial information, over 83.36% polling has been reported till last reports came in. Chief Electoral Officer Nagaland V. Shashank Shekhar said the voting process was by and large peaceful, barring some incidents at Vokha, Moniakchu, Mon and Athoizu. In Meghalaya, approximately 75% polling was reported during today's polling. Meghalaya Chief Electoral Officer Frederick Roy Kharkongor said the percentage is likely to go up as the polling is still continuing at some places. The final figures will be known only tomorrow. Addressing the media conference, he said the polling was largely incident-free. He highlighted that amidst apprehensions, the polling in 6 polling stations on the Assam border went on smoothly with the help of the Assam authorities. Talking about efforts to reach out to electors, he said at some places special bridges were set up, forest guards accompanied poll parties, and 120 all-women polling stations and 60 model polling stations. He further said home voting was allowed. He said women voters surpassed, while the first 5 early voters and first-timers have been given voter medals. The Central Board of Secondary Education CBSE has issued a public alert in connection with rumours and fake information about the ongoing examinations of Class 10th and 12th. Alerting the public against such unverified news and rumours, CBSE has advised them not to participate in such activities or spread such information through any form of communication to maintain the sanctity of examinations at all costs. It has also requested the parents to guide their wards not to believe such rumours and not indulge in any such activity which hampers the smooth conduct of board examinations. The NEET PG exam will be conducted as per schedule on the 5th of next month. The Supreme Court has dismissed the petition seeking the postponement of the exam. The petitioners had asked for the postponement of NEET PG 2023, scheduled for the 5th of March, to a later date, arguing that there is not enough time to prepare for the exam. The petitioners had said that if NEET PG is held on the 5th of March, counselling can begin only after the 11th of August, which is the internship cut-off date. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. Union Minister of Finance and Corporate Affairs Nirmala Sitharaman has stressed that the central government intends to ensure complete saturation of welfare schemes and reach the final eligible beneficiary. Ms. Sitharaman said, be it connectivity, telecom or basic infrastructure, the remotest and border areas must get what is promised in the budget. She was addressing a press conference after attending a budget outreach program at Chintan Bhavan in Gangtok today. Minister of State for Finance Pankaj Chaudhary, Finance Secretary Dr. T.V. Somanathan, Financial Services Secretary Vivek Joshi, Revenue Secretary Sanjay Malhotra and Secretary Department of Economic Affairs Ajay Seth were also present. While interacting with stakeholders, Ms. Sitharaman urged the Sikkim government to prepare a time-bound roadmap for enhancing organic production, as the state is already a leader in this area. Tomorrow, Ms. Nirmala Sitharaman will flag off various programs of NABARD in Gangtok and attend a public interaction at Lachen Zumsa in Mangan district. Comptroller General of India CAG Girish Chandra Murmu has said that India's blue economy could be the next GDP multiplier. He was speaking at a seminar on blue economy organized as part of the G20 and Supreme Audit Institution's SAI's 20 in New Delhi today. Mr. Murmu said India's exclusive economic zone of over 2 million square kilometers has a bounty of living and non-living resources with significant recoverable resources such as crude oil and natural gas. He added that the blue economy is intrinsically linked to the Sustainable Development Goals 14. This includes the conservation and sustainable use of the oceans, seas and marine resources for sustainable development. Mr. Murmu noted that the UN has declared the decade 2021 to 30 as the decade of ocean science for sustainable development. He added that the SAIs can make recommendations on how the government could direct their efforts and policies for the sustainable development of the blue economy of the nations. In Manipur, 75% of households received tap water under the Jal Jeevan Mission, which is a centrally sponsored scheme of the central government, said the State Public Health Engineering Department Minister L. Sushildro. The Jal Jeevan Mission aims to provide safe and adequate drinking water through individual household tap connections by 2024 to all households in rural India. Union Minister of State for Tribal Affairs Renuka Singh Saruta today inaugurated the Mara Tribal Girls Hostel in Lunglei in Mizoram. On the occasion, the minister said the union government has been implementing many schemes and measures to protect women's dignity and their rights. The government is also encouraging women to stand up for their rights. During her visit to the state, the minister also paid homage to the freedom fighter Dar Thauma in his hometown of Lunglei. She noted that Prime Minister Narendra Modi always encourages women to become progressive and self-sufficient. She has also highlighted the example of Ms. Draupadi Murmu, who has become the President of India during the rule of the NDA government led by PM Modi. Ms. Renuka Singh Saruta said under the visionary leadership of PM Modi, India has been able to fight against COVID-19 successfully. Personnel, Public Grievances and Pensions Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh has said the government has been continuously bringing reforms to facilitate pensioners and their families. Addressing the 49th Pre-Retirement Counselling Workshop in New Delhi today, he said now divorced daughters are eligible for family pension and the 7-year service eligibility for entitlement of pension or family pension has been done away with. The minister added that the intention is to free the regulatory regime of the feudal mindset. He mentioned that Prime Minister Narendra Modi has been pursuing the interest of pensioners since his government came to power in May 2014. Dr. Singh said the minimum pension was fixed at 1,000 rupees within a month of Mr. Modi assuming office, and family pension has also been revised. The Department of Telecommunications, DOT, under the Ministry of Communications, said today that the department will offer the indigenous 5G test bed free of cost to government-recognized startups and micro, small and medium enterprises, MSMEs, up to January next year. The ministry said all 5G stakeholders, including industry, academia, service providers, research and development institutions, government bodies and equipment manufacturers can also utilize this facility at a very nominal rate. The move is expected to encourage usage of the test bed and give a fillip to the development of indigenous technologies or products in line with the Atmanirbhar Bharat vision, the statement added. Several startups and companies are already using the test bed for testing their products and services. In Nepal, a meeting of the 8 political parties attended by chief leaders of Nepali Congress, NC, Maoist Centre, CPN, US, JSP, LSP, Janmat Party, Nagrik Unmukti Party and Rashtriya Jan Morcha has formed a task force in view of the upcoming presidential election on the 9th of March. The 8-party meeting has decided to agree on the NC candidate for the president's election. The meeting, held at the Prime Minister's official residence in Baluwatar yesterday, formed the panel led by NC Vice President Purna Bahadur Khadka, CPN Maoist Centre General Secretary Dev Gurung, CPN Unified Socialist General Secretary Veduram Bhusal, a senior leader of Janata Samajwadi Party Rajendra Shrestha, Janmat Party's Abdul Khan were among the members in the Khadka-led task force. And now, before we end the bulletin, here are the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurates and lays foundation stone for projects worth over 2,200 crore rupees in Karnataka. President Draupadi Murmu lays emphasis on wide publicity of the country's art, traditions and culture through new technology, addresses Rashtriya Sanskriti Mahotsav in Bikaner. In Nagaland, over 83% and in Meghalaya, nearly 75% polling reported till last reports came in. CBSE alerts public over rumours and fake information about ongoing examinations of Class 10th and 12th. Centre ensures complete saturation of welfare schemes to reach final eligible beneficiaries, says Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman at Budget Outreach Programme in Gangtok. And India's blue economy to be the next GDP multiplier to preserve health of marine and coastal ecosystems, says Controller General of India Girish Chandra Murmu. That is all in the news at 9. Good night.